When it comes to the inheritance law, that is something that Allah the Almighty has ordained. No one should intervene in it whatsoever, whether in his life or after his or her death. I mean, for instance, the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam said in the hadith, لا وصية لوارث. It is not permissible to single out or to favor one of the heirs by giving him or her an extra share in the inheritance by writing a wasiyah, a will or a bequest before death, to say, okay, my son deserves like half of the inheritance. Let him take 3/4 and the rest to be distributed amongst the girls. Invalid. So what are we going to do with his wasiyah? Dismissed. Should not even looked at, should not be considered, because we have the order of Allah the Almighty and the bequest of the person who is only entrusted to look after this money. All of us, when it comes to our wealth and possessions, we are trustees to look after this money, to dispense it in the way that Allah the Almighty is pleased with in our lives. You can give in a charity, you can spend moderately for food, drink, appliances, whatever, school supplies. Even in your life, if you would like to favor one of your children, that is not something that you can do openly and without guidelines, because the Prophet ﷺ considered this one of the forms of dhulm and oppression. The person would wrong the rest of the children and would wrong himself. And furthermore, the Prophet ﷺ called it zur. Zur means falsehood, one of the worst forms of falsehood, as in the hadith of An-Nu'man ibn Bashir. There are certain cases where the person may be allowed to favor one of the children, like if a person received a child at an old age. All the children grow up, they are married already and they have their houses, and the guy is afraid that when he dies, who's going to look after the baby? So by giving him a property to support him, or a child who have been supporting the father due to his sickness, or looking after him, spending from his pocket, from his money, out of all the children, on the business, on the household, or whatever, the only child who's working and supporting the father. So he wants to compensate him for what he did. Okay, a handicapped child, a boy or a girl, these are exempt cases. But if all the children are equal, it is not permissible to favor any of them, whether in your life or in a wasiyah to be executed after your death. May Allah guide us to what is best.